Hey guys, what's up? This is just me shooting another recording. This recording is titled Sounds April Part 5, the year 2023. And in this recording, I'm documenting my experience with sounds that I hear and things like that I've been experiencing for the past 10 years. It's the year 2023. These sounds started in the year 2013, and to my knowledge, they come from a digital wireless source that I haven't been able to identify. It's been incredibly difficult to identify the digital wireless source, but I'm working on it and trying to see what I could do. I've been working with treatment, and they say it's a chemical imbalance, but I know it's otherwise from personal experiences that I find extremely complicated to describe. But yeah, this year, 2023, I started to make notes and document my experience with these sounds that I hear. There are a multitude of sounds, and I've been making notes this year and documenting them. The month is April right now. I started doing this in the month of January, the year 2023. So for a few months now, I've been making recordings, maybe a few a month. This is part 5 of April, so I've this is gonna be the fifth one in April, and I've been taking notes and things like that, and so just sharing my experience for personal reference as well as for anyone who wants to view them and have more information, would like to know more about my experience with these sounds that I hear. So I have these notes in front of me, guys, and I'm going to start sharing them. The ones that I just recently made, for personal reference for anyone who wants to know more about my experience with the sounds that I hear and things like that. So I'm gonna start looking at my notes and start recording them. And okay, so I'm reading this first note that I have in front of me, and it goes, "For the past at least 10 minutes." This was on a particular day. This was just on any given day, and it says for the past at least 10 minutes. When I made this note, it says for the past at least 10 minutes, no less than 10 minutes, and at least 6 times a minute for those 10 minutes. So no less than 6 times a minute for no less than a total of 10 minutes. I was hearing from the sounds, material, and content that, to the best of my understanding, sound cruel and unusual, violent, aggressive, and mean. The sounds were making what the sounds they were making were above normal volume and repetitive, hearing two words repeated, similar to setting a song on repeat, except not a song, just setting two words on a repeat setting is what I sounded like, is what the sound sounded like. And the two words were, as weird as it sounds kind of weird, but these were the two words that I was hearing repeated from the sounds. I was even trying to distract myself and trying to think of different things. Sometimes I do my best to distract myself. But anyways, these were the two words that were being repeated from what I believe to be a digital wireless source that I haven't identified yet, but I'm working on identifying it. I believe it will be identified in the future, in the next, before the year 2035. So before the next 10, 12, 15 years, it should be identified, and that's what I believe. And it will be there will be evidence and things like that. But for right now, that it cannot be identified for whatever reason, it's very complicated to identify it. But what I was hearing from the sounds were the two words mom, dad, just those two words by themselves. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I was hearing. And it wasn't mom and dad, it was just the two words by themselves, mom, dad being repeated on a similar setting, like as if there was a song playing, except instead of a song playing, there was two words being repeated. And yeah, guys, these words are being yelled at me in the way which I described. They were being said in a cruel and unusual, violent, aggressive, and mean way. And it was being said in above volume, in above normal volume, and it was just going on. It went on for about 60 times within 10 minutes. I was looking at my clock, and I was keeping count, and that's the count. It was being said 60 times within 10 minutes, at least 60 times within 10 minutes from the count I kept. So yeah, that I know that sounds crazy. It sounds crazy to hear the to think the two words, uh, one after another repeated several times. The two words "mom" and "dad," and I think that's crazy. But I mean, I still wrote it down because I just wanted to share what I was experiencing and things like that. I'm working with treatment, and they tell me it's a chemical imbalance, and I work with them, and we try to figure it out and see, try to make sense of what's really going on. But it's kind of complicated and difficult, and it's kind of challenging, and so but I'm trying to work on it and see what I can do. So let's see, I'm going to go on to the next note. So this next note says, for 20 minutes I was attacked in my ears with repetitive sounds that sounded violent, aggressive, mean, and unkind, cruel, and unusual, and brutal is how, to the best of my understanding, that I can describe them, the multitude. So that's another note. It says, yeah, I was saying for 20 minutes I was being attacked with repetitive sounds. So yeah, they've been the sounds. They seem like I actually they don't seem they to have a mind of their own. They actually do have a mind of their own, and I believe that one day in the future, before the year 2035, it's the year 2023 right now. Before the year 2035, there's going to be some kind of exposing the digital wireless source. The digital wireless source will be identified, and things, and people will have some kind of understanding as to what's really going on. It's been really complicated to expose and identify the digital wireless source that is the reason of these sounds. So yeah, I'm just making notes right now this year, and uh, sharing my experience with them. I've been experiencing them for 10 years, um, 2013 to the year 2023. So I'm going to move on to the next note. And it says, for no less than 25 minutes at least, and no less than 6 times a minute, I was yelled at by the sounds I hear. I was being told mean, cruel, and unusual, violent, and aggressive sounds with very twisted and awful pronunciation. The two words mom, dad, together, one after another, being said to make no less than 150 times in less than half an hour, said with very cruel and unusual, brutal, loud pronunciation. So that was that note, and that's what was going on with that one. Exactly how I just said right now. That's exactly what was going on. So that's my experience. That's some of my experience. That's all of my notes. I just felt like giving some kind of description of what I go through for personal records, for personal reference, for anyone who wants to know more about what I go through, things like that. So, if you checked out my whole recording, if you listened all the way to the end, I appreciate you taking the time to check out my recording and listen and see, have a better understanding of, or just to for whatever reason you checked out my recording. That's I appreciate that. And if you would like to help support my channel, you can like, comment, share, and subscribe. That will help support my channel. So I'm gonna wrap up this recording now, and so again, I appreciate any of my viewers' support. That's awesome, and I'm gonna wrap this up. So um, I'll probably be making more recordings in the future. So okay, bye.